Alaska Thunderfuck is no ordinary drag queen. For years, with her lover and drag sister, Sharon Needles, she's brought an otherworldly sensibility to the clubs of Pittsburgh with her enormous platinum blonde hair and punk rock-inspired makeup. Since the very beginning of RuPaul's Drag Race, Alaska sent in her audition tapes, working hard to convince the producers of the show that she's got what it takes to be America's next drag superstar.
Last year, on a whim, her boyfriend Sharon Needles also sent in a tape, and not only got on the show, she won and is now one of the world's most celebrated drag queens. What happens to two drag queens in love when one of them becomes a superstar?
Today, making their first interview together is Sharon Needles and his lover, Alaska Thunderfuck, to talk about their relationship, their spooky House of Haunt, and who wears the stilettos around the house.
Listen as Sharon Needles takes us behind the scenes of the recording of her debut album with queer music legends Animatronic, Jane County, and RuPaul.
And talks about feeding hot dogs to the lusciously lipped New York City nightclub personality, Amanda Lepore. I'm Fausto Fernos.
I'm Mark Fillion.
And this is Feast of Fun. We have never seen crowds react to any drag queen the way they've reacted to Sharon Needles. Commanding a stage presence like that is no small feat for anybody, especially for a spooky queen from Pittsburgh who just years ago was struggling to win open mic nights. But behind every fierce drag queen is a good lover who combs her wigs, holds her head when she's puking, and inspires her with her own fierce flavor of drag. And we are thrilled to have here for the first time Sharon Needles and Alaska Thunderfuck together.
Hi.
Hey girl, what's up? Alaska Thunderfuck, you are as handsome out of drag as I imagined you would be.
I'm as handsome out of drag as I am in drag.
So when you guys first went on your first date together, who spilled the beans like, I'm a drag queen? You are too? Oh my God, kiss me.
Well, we were already aware of each other.
She hated my paint.
Yeah, I hated her makeup. Well, actually, yeah, I would read her for filth because I was slightly jealous of her. Like, she was part of that kind of LA weird tranny shack kind of scene, and there were like videos online of her like getting pissed on by guys in pig masks, and I was totally jealous of her outrageousness. So anything I read her about was out of sheer jealousy.
Aww. What was the first drugs you guys did together?
I think it was Christmas at the Blue Moon.
Yeah, all of them. I mean, we only drink and smoke pot and do cocaine when it's offered or someone asks us to buy it.
Well, we got you some of your favorite beverage here.
Skanks Blue Ribbon.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Hey, girl.
Cheers all around,
Why
boys.
do you like this obscure Midwestern brand of beer?
Look at it.
It's a beautiful can. It's red, white, and blue, and I am proud to be an American. And you know, when I was growing up, I didn't run around with like the other fags, like drinking. I don't know, whatever they drink, they're like frou-frou drinks. I ran around with the punk kids, and they all drank PBR, and I think I just drink it for like punk street cred, and it's better than water.
And it won a blue ribbon at some point, so it's good, you know.
Blue means best.
So which one of you is the prize pig at the fair? Now, Alaska, you've been trying to get on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
Since the very beginning, when nobody even knew the show existed, basically, right?
Yeah, before I even knew what it was. Like, I just moved to LA and I did a terrible, awful drag show. And afterwards, someone came up to me and he was like, I'm working on this new show with RuPaul. You've got to be on it. You're just fabulous.
Why was
like,
Harvey Farstein?
I know. Why was he working? He was working on the show at the time.
RuPaul.
At the time. And I was like, whatever. I wasn't even into it. And I didn't realize it was going to become this like thing that became so huge. And so it became my like obsession. And I just make an audition tape every year, and I will until I'm dead, or until RuPaul's dead, and then it becomes Shangela's Drag Race.
Season 18. I'm thinking she'll make it season 18. Speaking of
Season
Shangela,
76.
Hold on a second. So then your boyfriend accidentally stumbles on the show.
I helped her tape her video.
And then she wins and becomes
I know.
and really, like, right now you are not only just America's Next Drag Superstar, you're probably the biggest name in drag right now, which is pretty an amazing feat.
Well, no one's bigger than RuPaul, but I'll definitely take second place.
I heard, but in Japan you're bigger than RuPaul.
Yeah, wow, great.
They're like, Sharon Needles. Oh, but I mean, emotionally, like, when you first, there must have been jealousy, there must have been tension between you guys, right? Or
We fought so bitterly in those months that it happened. And then when the first promo came out and it was just like flicks of their faces and you couldn't even tell who was who, but you could see like a little flick of Needles' mouth. I just like remember watching it. I just started crying and it was like everything switched from like bitterness and jealousy to just like, I'm so proud of you and what this is going to be for you. Like it really became real then. It was fantastic.
Oh, sweetie.
oh, I'm gonna cry a little bit.
I just
mean, you're
watched
also
the-
like she's out of my hair now. I don't have to comb her wigs anymore.
Oh no, I still do.
She still does my hair, yeah.
Is that famous iconic wig that you wore in the first episode? That's like that Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors kind of twisted thing, right?
Right.
That's your creation. all that stuff.
That was a $20 bleach blonde bob that Alaska had turned into that now infamous kind of 1960s space age coif.
I heard the
everywhere.
I heard the Smithsonian wants to put it in an exhibit.
Do we still have it? We still have it, right?
I am. It's somewhere.
Okay.
I tend to. I kind of wanted to retire her because I think that's what most people expect to
Give it to a
to see
museum.
out
They
of me.
need right now. I think that
Let's auction
somebody
it
needs
off.
to Auction it off, or start a museum for drag queens or something. You know, RuPaul's stilettos or something like that, or RuPaul's first hair wig. You know, would
Right.
be-
Oh, I
You remember
want
that?
it.
Do you remember like in 1991 when RuPaul first came on the scene and every drag queen was like, how's a black woman looking like that?
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's what's so cool about Ru is, everyone's like, Sharon, you're such a freak. You're so weird, compared to like the legendary and perfect RuPaul. But what people don't remember is that RuPaul is the original fucking freak. She was the 6'3" black glamazon who took over the pop world when no one else was doing it. And before that was doing even more insane things. I mean, she would do blackface. She would do genderfuck looks. She would,
Pickle surprise.
yeah, pickle surprise.
pickles in her
Children,
mouth.
young children who are fans of me, look up pickle surprise and teach yourself something.
And strawberry shortcake with the
Ladybug.
strawberry shortcut. With
Anything Nelson Sullivan ever filmed of RuPaul, really look it up.
Was she trashing most of his stuff? Because she sure wasn't Pickle surprise.
Oh yeah, I mean there are videos of her drunk. There's videos of her talking about letting men kiss her for money. There's videos of her, stealing food off of like food trays and gas stations and doing lip sync numbers in the middle of gas stations in the middle of the night. And that's great because it just goes to show that that's why RuPaul's so cunt, because she was out there and weird, and I think that just makes her seem so much smarter.
Is that the new lingo? She's cunt.
She's
cunt.
cunt.
Her
That's
dick
what
is
the young
cunt.
kids are saying.
Well,
when they
I
wanna-
say gunt.
Gunt.
I say gunt.
Well, you know
That's
what a
our
gunt
word.
is, right?
What?
It's not your cunt and it's not your gut. It's that second.
It's like
Oh,
it all
I'm-
comes
I
together.
love that
It's like a fupa.
I didn't know that what it was. I
Fat upper
say it
pussy
means
area, fupa.
I say it's when you look rough around the edges but flawless, like garbage cunt.
Good.
Now you've been. I know Alaska. You're famous for a song that's on your T-shirt right now. Says "Trannies
Trannies are fierce.
And tell us about that song.
One of Sharon's fans made us T-shirts, and what does yours say? Beautiful, spooky, and stupid.
Yeah.
And mine says trannies are fierce, because that's my single. Trannies are fierce, and they carry big guns, and you can get it for free on my website, AlaskaThunderfuck.com.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
AlaskaThunderfuck.com.
Now, but you're actually like have always insisted in sort of performing live and singing your own material. And
Much to the disappointment and chagrin of my audiences, but yeah.
why is that?
I like to sing live because, like, I started out as a musical theater kid, and, like, that's just how I started, and that's how I connect with the audience best.
And then Sharon Needles, I heard you've been working on a couple of songs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Couple.
Couple.
Well, you